Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 4. We're here now with race 12, Marble GP USA by Iceman, another one of Iceman's many Marble GP creations. We have got a few of those in this season, got a couple more to come I think. I'm just having a quick skim through. We've got a couple more Marble GPs to come as well following this one. But yeah, there's absolutely loads of them. Absolutely loads of them out there. And I think Iceman's constantly making new ones to add to the list as well. I once said we'd do a season of all the Marble GPs, I think I originally said, and then there became so many that it's now my ideas the best of the Marble GPs. Because I think if we did all of them, it would go on forever. But anyway, the current standings. Pesky Bird is leading with 242 points, Demon in second with 235, Moo in third with 215, Fludes in fourth with 205, Shady in fifth with 202, Alfonso in sixth with 197, Boer in seventh with 190, Stormy in eighth with 182, Superboss in ninth with 181, and Luna in 10th with 178. And then we have Iceman, Cheese, Sage, Azur, Eggbot, Jimmy, and Weep. Now I'm sure Iceman will be looking to try and pick up some big points on their own track, try and get into that top 10. So we'll see what happens, see if they can make it happen. So let's head over to Marble GP USA. So here we are. Quite a big track, a lot of open areas to go through. All the sections built based on different parts of the USA. See if you can spot them all. Heading down to the start line, we will get everyone spawned in, and then we'll freeze 3 laps around the track. And I have just seen an ad break has just come in for a minute, so you know what, we will still do predictions because they'll still be able to see the predictions. And then we'll go around the track. So over to predictions. I don't need to rush through this while we have the ads going on. So 1 minute's time from now, mate, to make your predictions, try and win some extra eggs that you can spend on the channel. And that starts now. Make your predictions on the DNFs and we'll have a quick look around the track. So, quick overview. We have the first section down onto, if you hadn't guessed it already, Route 66. Round the corner. For those who've seen it before will remember quite a bumpy Route 66 on this. Big ladder then through to the next section. Little deserty area. Out into a quick dip in some water and then up another ladder. And now you can lose a lot of time in this area. Lots of nails to hit and quite a few bouncers. Feel like there was a proper term for them. I'm going to stick with bouncers for now. As Iceman says, the Las Vegas section. Bumpers. Yeah, bumpers. That makes a bit more sense. They bump you. The little pinball things. And then through all of the rocks around the S turn. There you go, Iceman's naming all the zones. If you hadn't guessed them already, so through the Rocky Mountains, up the ladder and into the next city. Which, if you can't guess what this is based on. And then through to the finish. So with the predictions done, and a quick tour around the track, 3 laps, let's get the race started. And they are off into the first corner. Eggbot is going to get in front of Weep. We are stuck behind a tree. Try and get a view of them coming out. Moo with a good line, lots of speed. Coming down the inside to the next corner is going to jump in front of Eggbot. It's just reading Iceman's message in the chat. Yeah, I mean, you just have to. Be a missed opportunity. Insert intense music here. We do have background music, but like I said in the last race, it looks a little bit quiet, so you may not actually be able to hear it. But it is neck and neck between Moo and Eggbot. We have Sage, Superboss and Weep just behind. Everyone's still fairly close together. We have Blur, Stormy and Cheese currently at the back. And Sage going up into the front. Eggbot's falling behind a bit. Running a bit slow through this section. Going up to the ladder. Moo and Weep are going to go on side by side for first. Superboss just behind. See everyone else piling in. Stormy falling off there. Stormy and Cheese having some trouble. Stormy having more trouble than Cheese. I love the fact in Season 2 made this 14 laps, I think. And with slowed down time, there's like a 2-hour race or so. Yeah, I try and get the lap counts a bit more accurate now to a reasonable race time. And Eggbot's running really slow. That's a lot of positions dropped through this section. Yeah, we did have some very quick and some very long races due to lap counts on tracks. It is hard with testing though. Sometimes it just doesn't perform the same when you come to the actual race. Although that big lap difference was just down to me. That was just my oversight. But we're moving up into first. Alfonso with a good jump there is going to move in front of Moose. Sage, there's a big collision there. So I think it's Sage, Superboss, Luna and Azure. Jimmy with a collision there. Demon's going to benefit from that. Jimmy's going to get pushed backwards. But yeah, I just love the track so much. You got to have so many laps to get the most out of it. So we're on lap 1, already coming all the way from the back up into first. Trying to put on a strong performance while they are not here to watch. And Alfonso is going to join them on the ladder. Sage just behind. Then we have Superboss followed by Moo, Shady, Cheese, Fluids. Weeps dropped a few positions. We'll be side by side with Luna, then Iceman, then Azure. Jimmy just in front of Eggbot. Demon having some trouble with the bumper. Is going to go all the way to the back. So quite costly there. Told you that area can be quite costly if you don't get through it well. Boy will be home in 10 minutes. Just watch Boy will get back. And we'll go flying off the track instantly. We'll get yeeted off into space. For no reason whatsoever. Just realised that one bumper doesn't work. I don't think that one bumper ever worked. I have a feeling if you go back and watch it in the last season, it was the same. Yeah, I think I've noticed it before and just kind of ignored it. It's just, you know, it's just one of the quirks of the track. Intentional. Yeah, it's common knowledge. If you look at the Wikipedia page for this track, it says that one bumper doesn't work. Superboss has moved up into first, Sage in second, Alfonso in third, and Boer dropped to fourth. The closer Boer gets to arriving home, the slower Boer goes in the race. And after hearing that, instantly goes back up into third, as Alfonso has a bad turn. Flude's getting overtaken by Shady. Then we have Cheese, Moo, Iceman, Luna, and Azur. Everyone's still fairly close together, if we ignore the fact Demon and Stormy are all the way back there. Pesky Bird almost being a part of that as well. Might need to speed up a little bit. Probably once you update it and tell you it won't be on the calendar for Season 5. Oh, exactly, you can't. Well, if you change that, I think we're just going to have to get rid of the track. It's just not going to be the same anymore. The people won't like it. And we're very community based here. If the people don't want it, then the people don't have it. Which, on that note, of course, at the end of this season, we will do the same as the end of last season. We will be doing a... well, we actually changed it from the normal voting of tracks to a tier list style in the Discord. We will do the same thing, because that worked quite well. So let everyone do a live tier list that was active for so many days, where they could rank all the tracks. And if any tracks fell into the bottom tiers, then they were up for being removed. And then, of course, the top tier tracks, the ultimate marble racing tracks, were fully secured for the next season. So we'll do the same thing again. So while you're watching, keep a thought on that. Your favourite tracks going through the season. Which one's made for the best races? See what I did there, yeah? That was the top tier. The name of the top tier. Because we only have the top tier marble races. So Superboss still leading, but Shady is gaining. Superboss running slow. Alfonso is going to give them a nudge. Oh, but Superboss going backwards on the bounce. Shady and Alfonso, the two green slushies, are going to be side by side. Alfonso on the ladder. Shady struggling, will be joined by Sage. And then Superboss, Boy, and Fluids will be side by side. Then we have Moo and Iceman side by side. Luna, Cheese, and Azur side by side. So everyone's still fairly close together in this water section. Then Pesky Bird and Demon. Demon's going to get past Pesky Bird, and then Stormy trailing behind. So into the first bumper, Alfonso almost getting stuck a bit for a second with a few bounces, but makes it through the rest with ease. Sage getting through as well. Superboss just behind is going to join Sage on the ladder. Then Shady. Fluids just falls off. Means Boy's going to come through and snipe that position. And Fluids will be joined by Iceman. And then Moo and Azur side by side. Then we have Cheese, Jimmy, Luna struggling. Weep's going to come through and take that spot. So is Pesky Bird. And then Luna makes it on. And Demon's going to get in front of Eggbot. And Stormy just coming through the section now. With actually a very quick run through it. Trying to make back some time at the back. So Alfonso trying to break away up at the front now. Shady holding back the pack. But Superboss will be trying to hunt down Alfonso. So everyone's piling in through the S-bend. And let's head over to the next ladder and see what's going on. Alfonso is on. Superboss doesn't quite time it right. but does make it on in front of Sage. Shady and Fluids will be side by side. Word just behind, and then Moo and Iceman side by side with Azur just behind. Alfonso on the move again off the top. Fluids is going to have the inside line on Shady. We'll tuck in front. Iceman, bit of a heavy lunge on the inside there. Actually costs quite a bit of time. Losing a lot of speed there, meaning Moo's going to get in front of them. Azur tried to get in front as well, but it didn't work. Iceman hunting down Moo here. Big collision there by Shady, Fluids and Boer. And Boer with the most speed through this section, but is it enough? Fluids coming out on top and Shady getting in front of Boer as well. The lunge didn't pay off. And on the final lap, Alfonso is leading and with the fastest lap. And Sage, Shady and Fluids are gaining on Superboss. Fluids trying to squeeze around the outside of Shady, but Shady's going to cut off that line. And back onto Route 66. Shady with a bad landing. Fluids going to have more speed and will get past. Going to the outside wall. Boer has Iceman, Moo and Azur just behind. Fluids gaining on Sage. Superboss at risk here, is going to have to up the pace to stay in front of the pack following. Meanwhile, Alfonso trying to keep a steady lead. So you see them come around this corner. Sage with a big jump there, costing some time. Seeing a few big jumps. Jimmy, Cheese, Weep and Pesky Bird all together. So I've got a few little battles for positions going on here. Let's see how the ladder turned out. So it is Alfonso at the front, Superboss in second, Boer and Sage side by side. Then it's Shady, followed by Fluids, followed by Azur, Iceman, Moo, and then we've got Cheese, Jimmy and Weep side by side, with Pesky Bird just behind. So at the top, Sage and Boer are side by side. Shady gaining on them. Is going to go for a lunge at the inside. Azur with loads of speed, powers into the back of them. And all of them grouping together. Azur with a lot of speed on the exit of that corner as well. So is Fluids, and actually finding the gap, threading the needle. It's going to collide with Azur. Another collision on the second corner. And it's going to work out. And Fluids is actually going to come out of this with big positions gained. But Shady going for a lunge up the inside. It's going to get back in front of Fluids. And then it's Azur, Sage and Boer going into the water section. We'll see how the landings are. Clean landings by everyone. And onto the ladder it is Superboss, Shady just behind, then Fluids, then Azur, then Boer, then Sage. Quite an intense battle going on there. Might be the best battle of the stream. Alfonso getting set back. That's going to be very costly. These bumpers can be very punishing. And all the way back again, Fluids in trouble as well. Superboss is going to go up to first. Shady in second. Boer in third. Azur and Sage side by side. Moo's going to come through. Hit the bumper there. We'll tuck in behind Fluids. Weep coming through. Colliding with Moo. Falling off the ladder there. But Weep does get straight back on. Moo in trouble. Trying to get on the ladder, losing quite a bit of time, so Cheese and Jimmy get in front. Stuck, am I hearing a stuck? And yes, Iceman, the disaster continues, but also Eggbot is completely off, so that is F's in the chat for both Iceman and Eggbot. We get one stuck and one off at the same time. As I was saying, Iceman has a history of struggling on their own track. Or I should say on their own tracks. You know, just helping out everyone else. Can't seem to bias on their own creations. But yeah, big F's in the chat for Iceman and Eggbot. That's going to be 2 DNFs there. On the final lap of the race, an unfortunate way to go. Up at the front, Superboss is leading, Boer in second, Sage and Shady going to be fighting out for third off the top of this ladder. Azur just behind, then Alfonso, Fludes. We have Jimmy, Cheese and Weep side by side. Pesky Bird, Moo and Demon side by side. Luna and then Stormy with that home track record. Looking forward to the GP season. Yeah, it's going to be interesting when we do the Marvel GP season with just all of these tracks. If your performance stays like this, it's going to be not the best season for you, Iceman. Finished 18th in a 17 marble race. We're coming down to the finish line. Superboss is going to take the win. Boer is going to finish second. A great day for Boer. A great stream. Shady in third, Sage in fourth, Azur in fifth, Alfonso in sixth, and with the fastest lap, Fludes in seventh. Jimmy 8th, Cheese 9th, Weep 10th. You see everyone's still very close together. Pesky Bird 11th, Demon 12th. It's also been a good day for the green slushies, scoring quite well between them. Moo 13th, Luna 14th, Stormy 15th, and then of course the 2 DNFs. Never liked this track anyway. Yeah. Right, let's speed it up a bit. Over to the winning marble cam. Congratulations, Superboss. Claps in the chat. Well done. It was a good race. Everyone very close together through all of that. A lot of good battles going on. Superboss does come out on top. And fastest lap in 6th again. This is the 3rd race in a row that 6th place has been the fastest lap. Interestingly. So yeah, some big points today for Boer. Of course, as we said, the stream that Boer couldn't watch live ends up being one of the best performances. And the green slushies, for those following the team season in the Discord, interested in those points, this will be quite big for the green slushies as well. It's been quite a big day for them in terms of points. So it'll be interesting to see that as well. I'll be looking forward to seeing that get updated as well in the Discord to see how that looks. I'm intrigued. Just came home to hear the last seconds of the race. I'm sure he's going to be happy with the result. We're in P1 and P2, should stay away more often. Hey, we can't have talk like that. We need as many viewers as we can. But yeah, it was good for Boer. So we'll see how this affects the overall standings then. So I'm going to go put these results over on the leaderboard, and I'll be back in just a minute with the standings. Alright, the results have been entered, and let's head over to the standings. So following that race, Pesky Bird is still hanging on to that lead with 252 points. Demon holding second, 244. But Shady moves up to third with 232. Boer is up to fourth with 224. Now, I don't remember where Boer was before we went into these two races, but I'm pretty sure it was around the 13th, 14th mark, outside the top 10. Someone can verify the position, but Boer's jumped all the way up to 4th with these two races. Some great gains. And then Moo's been pushed down to 5th with 223, tied with Fludes. Superboss in 7th with 221, Alfonso in 8th with 218, Stormy in 9th with 188, and Sage in 10th with 187. And then below that we have Luna, Cheese, Iceman, Azur, Jimmy, Eggbot, and Weep. Weep gaining some points. Still hanging in there. The points are all still very close together. And we are still early in the season. Only just approaching the halfway mark soon. So plenty of chances for some big points. And like I say, no one really breaking away yet. The points just seem to keep bunching up. Yeah, 11th I think says Fludes. Yeah, so some big gain for Boer today in these two races. But that is going to do it for this one. A good gap between 8th and 9th. Yeah, it's probably the biggest gap we have. But still, with the amount of points up for grabs, still achievable. Next time we have Total Extermination, which, as you can tell by the name, and for those who have seen it already, will be in for a treat. It is, as it says, Total Extermination. Very high DNF counts. And it's always exciting to see if anyone can even make it to the end. And then we have another new track to the series on the same day. So they'll be tomorrow. So look forward to those. Hopefully see everyone back again tomorrow. Same time for the stream. But that is going to do it for this one. Thank you for the stream, mate. Had a blast as always. Have a good night. And you. Glad you're enjoying it. Always appreciate the messages. Glad everyone's enjoying it and tuning in so regularly to watch. It is great to see. Like I say, we've hit 150 followers. Let's see if we can try and push to 160. Maybe by the end of next season. I would say by the start of next season, but might be a bit too much to ask. So we'll go for by the end of next season. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.